thing that we see here in the Hawaiian Pro is you have surfers from all over the world coming to the North Shore of Oahu to battle it out. Some are surfing for points, some are surfing for Van's Triple Crown glory, others are surfing for, you know, world titles. So again, it all comes down to this.
Absolutely. We've been just loving the content coming out on the web from you, hanging out with Peter King, and all the fun that you guys have at home. Are you having as much fun surfing as competitively as you are just at home with friends and doing things with the Hurley camp?
Yeah, no, for sure, dude. Peter's like, he's obviously gave me a little 5 more years on my career, you know?
Me, and why not Mason? Mason Ho started this heat off with a 7.5. This is why he is so deadly in waves like this.
You know what? He's been surfing so well around the North Shore. Look at him. Tuned in, feeling good. Couple of quick hits off the top. Keeps that flow down the line. I mean, finding open face and dealing with that warble, too. That's a big deal. You've seen a lot of guys go over the handlebars. Well, guess what? Mason releasing a little tail right there. And when he comes up into it, you know, he's kicking off but looking down the line. So it's important to keep your eyes peeled for what's coming, because you got to be able to attack those sections and project down the line and deal with the warble that's coming into you.
This is live action of Rafael Teixeira. He is a dangerous surfer in waves like this, an absolute grinder. He's been around the world and back on the QS. Barbados this year, a QS 3000. And as we see, Kekoa, Cazimero. Kekoa, strong goofy footer, always lights up during the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. He's had some incredible results in the past years. He is one of the 33 surfers representing the Hawaiian region. And Kekoa surfed a bunch of events here in Hawaii and in Tahiti. Basically took every opportunity given to him to get the points to get into this contest. And you know he means to do damage to this field. Here's a look at Rafael Teixeira.
You can see him projecting down the line. Kind of looked at his inside rail to begin with, because right there you saw that little white water, or excuse me, the warble come up the face. It almost threw him off a little bit. So I think that little bit of backwash playing into these guys' performance. Kekoa winds back, sets it up, and then goes to work with some down the line speed, throws the tail out a little bit. Just kind of getting warmed up, I think, right there for Cazimero.
Here goes Kiron Jabour using his priority. Surfer on his backhand, so we have a nice goofy versus regular matchup here. So Kiron right there trying to attack the wave, kind of fighting against him a little bit. So you look at Rafael Teixeira, maybe a little over-eager on his first couple of waves. Here's a first look at Jabour on his backhand.
Looks like he's just getting the board moving, feeling it out. Looks like a new board almost coming off the bottom. Real tail-heavy surfer, so he likes to pivot off the back fins and throw it up into the lip, which can kind of be hard when the waves are smaller. Yeah.
Kekoa Cazimero, second priority, sneaks a little left from under the crowd, projecting down the line. Quick surfer, blasts the tail out, gets the reverse. So a solid finish, and airs come into play here. And that's probably just in the past 4 or 5 years that we've seen airs really counting in the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing.
Yeah. We saw some incredible airs when the little bit of Kona wind came up, which is the wind that comes from the southwest. Now the wind's coming from the northeast, so he's flying right into it. You see him grab rail for control there. You know, not a very dynamic maneuver, because it was kind of a flatter air where he kind of threw the fins out in front of him. Get your fins up in above your head today, it's a tough chore.
A good air for today, for sure. Here goes Rafael Teixeira. 2 nice opening snaps, finishes strong with a third. And this is just your prototypical QS grinder right there. Big turns, a lot of spray. What do you think the judges are looking at right now? The judges have to set their scale just like the surfers. They have to be ready for anything. They have to be ready for a lot of different kind of performances. They were seeing 2 different types of surfing. You saw Kekoa with the 1 big air, and here you see Rafael with 4 searing turns.
Well, he's surfing really quick, and you know, we talked about it a little bit earlier where it looked like he was fighting it. This one he looked a little bit more freed up, which is something that I think the judges take note of. You can see him clicking up into the lip climb right there. Just a setup turn, quick turn. Then this one right here, nice whip back into the corner. Actually got his board redirected, which is really hard to do, and keep the down the line projection.
On Instagram and the other social media channels for the World Surf League, but how can people find you on social media?
Yeah, so you can follow my journey on my Instagram at ZacharyJDB. That's pretty much it. But yeah, everything will be posted there.
Cool. Well, it's great to have you, Zach. Congratulations again, and we'll be seeing you on the beach, and back up to you guys for live action.
Thank you, Ian Folke, on the beach with the ambassador of Stoke and Leisure on the World Surf League on their dive.
Well,
right?
I don't know. I think he's just stoked to have that moment. I think we're stoked to have our moments too. Mason keeping the flow down the line. Nice little floater, little click hit right there. Boom. He looks so loose. He looks good. He looks so energetic and light on his feet. Loving the Mason Ho we got on our hands. As he goes over the handlebars on the end, though.
Over the past 3 years, we've seen a Mason mature in his approach to these heats. He's looking very lax, and this is the best wave we've seen of Kiron Jabour. You can tell he's battling back into this heat.
Yeah, you can see him getting fired up. You know, that first wave we saw, it was pretty much just to get the engine going, get that furnace heated up, and then once it's on, you just start getting the energy and the flow that you really need from within.
Here goes Rafael Teixeira, the Scoofy footer. Looks like he's riding a Super Brand surfboard, and all these guys basically riding your, you know, small, I wouldn't say a small wave surfboard, because there's still plenty of power out here to get these guys going. So this is, if you're in California, kind of your good wave board, because even at 2 foot here on the North Shore, you have plenty of power. You're not going to need a fish.
And if you look on a map, these swells have to swing around and then push in. So they're losing a lot of that gusto on the way here. But this man looks pretty quick. I mean, that last good wave he got was a 7.83, and he looks like he's just carrying momentum and finding flow down. And he's trying to get that back up, trying to better the 3.67, which I think he'll do with that wave. And he's going to, you know, jump up into the #1 spot, I think, with a wave like that. But he's surfing really fast, and I think that's something that the judges are looking at, is your speed and your flow through your turns.
Decision making, Rafael Teixeira knowing that wave wasn't going to give him anything to get above that 5.43, which is his low-scoring wave as it stands now. So with 6 minutes to go, Teixeira in the lead, Mason Ho in second.
He can get. I mean, we'll watch him right here. Let's see if he can come up with the score.
So we got this wave with priority. Similar look to his previous 2 waves. Nice snappy surfing. Gets on the open face, kicks the tail a little bit, gaining speed. You see the kind of warble coming up the face of this wave, dealing with some backwash, so it's still going all the way to the end. Solid wave. And I think to your point you were just saying, Strider, he's looking to get something in that 7 range to keep pace with the rest of these guys. That could do it.
Already, so he can come into that next score pretty easily with that wave that he just rode.
Jabour on his backhand. Laser sharp opening snap. Wave providing nice lip line for him. You know, it seems like the second, third waves in the set be giving you a little bit more opportunity. That inside there, I mean, that is like I said earlier, this is a tricky wave to read.
Just, you know, on the agenda, and as much as you might say it doesn't play in, or it's not supposed to, I feel like it's human nature. You see a guy like this coming off the bottom, slamming off the top, flying down the line, throwing turns in. You see that aggression on the end of his turns, and he's going to work on the inside right here, trying to make something happen, and then he pumps all the way down the line to finish, and then he's just psyched. Like, you can see him with the content, head down, kicking out, and then again, same kind of veracity from Kiron Jabour, where he's pushing, he's snamming, comes off the bottom. This turn right here, solid, up into the lip, comes back into it for another little sweep, but you can see the body language that he really wants to prove to the judges that he deserves the score that is necessary. And right here, you see the kick out, just getting out of the wave, feeling it.
Look, he's got to go. 4 seconds. Now he's up. This wave will count on his backhand. Mason Ho, quick opening snap, loses the tail, but regains control. He needs a 5.77.
That was quite unfortunate. Mother Nature did not produce for Mason Ho right there. You can see the disappointment. It's going to be a tough one